Hello, my friends. Critical thinker and like to use my energy to love you and more positive help you heal, either by my talking or what I say. Today, though, is about video games. So, yeah, pretty much any type of video game, really. I mean, really come if you want to. Like, video games are pretty cool. Plus, they help you have been proven to actually help with coordination and multitasking. So, it's pretty cool. And stress. But video games are definitely one of the most entertaining and stressful or stress-free things to do. The people can sometimes be stressful online when it lags, but then again, it's internet. I mean, it's not like you can really avoid that, really. Video games playing probably Super Smash Brothers for the 64. Like all the heroes, Jigglypuff, Donkey Kong, Mario, Yoshi, Captain Falcon, Ness, Link. I mean, it was a pretty cool game. And all the cool levels you got. Like if you beat the game with all original 8 characters for the campaign, you unlock the Mushroom Kingdom for an add-on level. It was so much fun, especially when you had Fox and put on high down and B, which would deflect laser shots and blaster shots back at the person, even Samus's. Or if you're playing as Ness from Earthbound in the game, you use your yo-yo, around the world yo-yo, to damage them, or use the baseball bat. But if you time it correctly with the baseball bat that he has and Samus's weapon, her main cannon, and it fires at you, if you time it at the right time, you can actually slam it back at her with that hammer, with that home run bat. It's really cool that he has. It's really cool. Another really cool game was Battletanks Global. Like this one Cassandra that was trying to just take over the world with her gang of troops and her really strong, powerful tanks. Then there was Brandon and then Griffin, which were really two. There were still two really cool, unique classes of tank factions. Other one was kind of what the other game was really cool was Body Harvest with this guy named Adam, and then his companion that's usually helping him out in the inside the ship. Really fun game, pretty unique, pretty interesting. You get to fight giant bugs. Though it does kind of annoy you a little bit when you're walking around and then all of a sudden this big giant mutant and enemy alien just kind of lands on top of you and you just keel over. Yeah, if you let too much, if you let 5 of the slimes get to that big giant, I guess mother bug or whatever, or soldier bug or whatever, it'll make it into a mutant. Which I think it depends. It really depends on how many it abducts of people. But if it gets 5 or so, it'll actually turn to a mutant. That's kind of a combination of a robot with machine guns and an alien. So it jumps around. So if you're anywhere near it when it hits, if it lands on you, you're dead. Otherwise, it's a really fun game, especially all the cool vehicles you can get in it. Though, if you do put the cheat codes in with the Game Shark, though, it can cause your game weapons and vehicles to kind of stop firing. Like you'll kind of freeze the guns that make them impossible and unable to actually fire. So if you're fighting a boss at the end, like at the first level, you're actually not going to be able to do shit unless you get your vehicle because the guns are like somehow, I guess, turned off to actually fire because of the cheat codes. It's kind of some glitch, I guess. But another good game was Devil May Cry. All the Devil May Cry games for PS2 were awesome. Virgil, Dante, and going through their stories, so cool. Probably by far one of the best games they have for PS2. As well as Champions of North and Champions Return to Arms. That was a pretty good RPG type game. That was pretty fun. Strategy game. And there were a bunch of other games that were pretty cool. I would say one of my favorite games to play of all time would be Command & Conquer. I remember the very first Command & Conquer. I remember Command & Conquer 64 when it came out in the 90s. Actually, it's kind of cool from researching to find out that for Command and Conquer, the thing that started all the strategy games was actually Warcraft, Starcraft, and I believe it was Dune, which is what started all those games to move forwards, which is pretty cool. The Game Boy Color had some pretty cool games. All the Pokemon games. It had some Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z Supersonic Warriors or Battlers. They Game Boy Advance them. The one I'm thinking is kind of like you use the D-pad to rack up enough power points to use your power attack, and you can get different skills earned and buy them. When beating a level, you get better skills for your guy to make him stronger. But the longer you do it, the longer you have to tactically figure out how long it's going to take for you to get that ability up. Because if you take too long, the enemy will use a super ability on you, you'll die. But it's pretty cool. So, but I was playing. I was actually playing Argument Toys in Space earlier on my computer, and it was pretty fun. I mean, I got to show you guys game footage of it. It's really cool for an old video game from '95. I mean, 96, 95. It's really cool for an old game. I mean, even got the Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds game. It's pretty fun as a strategy-based game. Even got a bunch of the Commandos games from the 90s. Commandos, I think it's The Enemy Lines. There's the second one. I think Call of Duty. I believe the other one's like Commandos. The first two Commandos Behind Enemy Lines is the first one, and the second one is the updated expansion pack to that first one. And then there's a second one, which is, I believe, can't even think. It's on my thing. I just can't think. Give me a second here. It is Men of Courage. There's two Men of Courage, and then there's Commandos 3 Berlin. Pretty cool game. I mean, it's pretty badass. I mean, it's one of my favorites. Toys in Space is by far one of the coolest art on PC because you can actually do the campaign alone by yourself just for fun, to have fun. You just play to figure out what's going on and what the storyline is. Or you can play multiplayer either with two or three friends if the connection at a server to get to work. Or you can play with 3 other AIs on your team. And you can play different game modes, you can play different levels, different vehicles and different units. And there's different game modes. And it's kind of cool because the game is so fun. The thing is, when you can have you have plastic, so you can have up to around 5,000 top plastic, but you can only buy 20 units with it. So you got to carefully time what you're going to put down when you do it. But you have different units. You have you can have a rifleman to choose from. You can have a grenader. You can have a rocket launcher, bazooka man. You can have a flamethrower guy. You can have a mortar man. You can have the good guys stuff, or the AIs, which are the aliens. You can have the aliens, or you can have the actual ally that help you in the actual campaign. You can actually use those guys too. You'll get the Oculon, which shoots out a laser out of its eye, which is an alien. There is a heavy laser, which is a little tiny alien that shoot lasers for damage. You can either pick a super laser, which is a big giant alien with a gun, and when he fires after 2 shots in the multiplayer, if you get shot twice with that gun, you're dead. So basically, you have 400 health, and it takes about 200 if it hits you. So it will kill you in 2 shots. So you gotta be very careful. But you also get a larvae, and if a larvae actually kills an enemy, it actually will turn into a spider, and the spider is another unit you can get 2 just to fight you in the battle. You can also get a bunch. You can get. You can get those units. And then I believe for the other team. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. But give me a second. For the other units, I'm not missing a unit. I'll to you guys if I'm missing something. But then you can also get a for the actual Tina Tomorrow, which is the ally you meet in the campaign, which is like a blue extraterrestrial dimensional being from somewhere else. For her units that you're given in the multiplayer, you get an incendiary mortar guy. You get a paralyzer mortar guy, which uses his weapon to paralyze people. The only downside is if you use the paralyzer or the incendiary, it will. You get a freeze gun, a freeze troop, and when she shoots your troops, it stuns them, and every single time it does damage, one HP away from your health. And then you got some Gatling troops, which have miniguns, and those combined with the stun guys it's pretty much impossible. If you're trapped in a spawn point and there's those guys, and you have literally those stun guys standing there in where you spawn, you actually perfect where the spawn points are for the enemies or your friends, then you pretty much won the game, because if you position those there and not like 6 of them, they have like, I guess, 4 minigun guys and like, I guess 4. Well, actually, no. Yeah, let's say about two stun guys and about probably 3 of each or something in different locations. And you're the sergeant and you get stunned once, you're done. If you get trapped in the spawn point with those units near you and the enemy does it, you're done for. There's nothing you can do. If they know the trap points and they know where to put those units, you're screwed. So basically, you just lost. But not in a negative way. Just if you screw up, it means you just gotta improve and figure out another strategy. But another cool thing about Toys in Space for Iron Man is that you can also get different vehicles. You can get a tank, a cargo truck. You can get a half track, a jeep, a PT boat. You can get mines, medical tent, vehicle repair station, anti-air, radar for seeing the enemies. You can also get what else can you get? It's pretty cool. I think I'm missing something too. What about what else you can actually have in it? It's a pretty fun game. How about I kind of wish they had helicopters. Oh my god, that was so cool. Helicopters on that game. Oh my god. A lot of units though, but worth the time playing. And then there's Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. I mean, Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds is pretty cool. You can do campaign. You can play. You can set up a server and play online with friends, up to 8 people or so. You play as different factions. You can play as the Royal Naboo, the Trade Federation. You can play as the Wookiees. You can play as Empire, the Republic, the Confederacy, the Rebel Alliance, and you can also play as the Gungans. You also play as the Gungans. They all have different strengths and weaknesses, and you have a tech tree that you can look up if you need to see what they have for units. So it's a really fun game too. Or you can make your own. You can make your own battle and test it out and play it. So like you can put, or you can pretty much when you make your own battle mode for playing and give people units, you can actually use any type of units in the game. Like you can put down every single Jedi that you have in the game. You can put Yoda. You could literally make a battle with about 3 Yodas versus like the whole map full of freaking clone troopers, and the Yoda would beat them with a fucking stick. It's hilarious as hell. Pardon my language, but it is funny as hell, man. Funniest thing ever.
Oh my god.
Funniest thing ever, dude.
What are you doing?
I'm making a video.
Oh, you are? Alright. Yeah, cancel it. Or put it on pause.
No, it's cool.
No. Put it on pause because you can't talk to it now because I'm going to be
Well,
in and out.
I mean, I can't exactly pause it because.
Yes. I brought you some snacks.
What?
Organic. I got you the berry thing you wanted and the other thing.
Oh yeah, the berry and the hammerhead thing.
Yeah, you got both.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll leave you this.
Oh, let me do something. Hey
Yeah.
guys, I gotta go, but I'll let you guys talk about more later. Okay, take care. Namaste. Bye.
Today's paper, and I took this from the in there. This is what is